Good morning. I got water all over myself. Dropped as I was cleaning out the coffee pot. I dropped the, I dropped the water all over myself. Hey everybody, it's good to see you. Boy, did you have a good night's sleep? I had a decent night's sleep until about, I don't know, 5:15. I woke up in a strange, I don't know what the hell it was. I didn't know if I was gonna, my stomach was weird. Something felt odd. I don't know if it was the stuff that I was dreaming. I said, Frank, how can the stuff you were dreaming upset your stomach? What's up, Ginsters? But it did. I woke up all like anxious and shit. Anyway, feeling better now. I didn't throw up. Everything's fine. Gonna have myself some coffee. I'm icing it today. Got some hot that's being made right now. Big morning. Big morning. Hello. Jagged turd. Oh, aren't those the worst? Hello, jagged turd. Like a sour feeling stomach. Yeah. I popped some I popped two activated charcoals. I had some activated charcoal this morning around 5:20 because I was like, what the hell is this? It couldn't have been something I ate because I had already been fasted 12 hours. So that if I had some bad chicken or something like that, I would have already been up straddling the whatchamacallit. Yes, those are the worst. Pretty sure my stomach wasn't happy with me either. 3 margaritas last night. Oh, jeez. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? I have some Tums if you want, says my mommy. Thanks, mommy. No, I don't need any Tums. I think I'm all right now. I think it was my dreams have been really I've been stressed out in my dreams. So last night was fucking weird. I had where it ended was like there was going to be a pet. Tracy was in my dream. I texted her this morning, and then she wrote back. She said, "It's crazy. You were in my dream too. Only her dream was about a car that I was going to buy, and my dream was about she was like event organizing something toward the end." And it was like a special event for somebody, and there was going to be a petting zoo. And I remember looking out my front window, out at the front lawn. There was no animals there yet, but I can see the fencing. I could see the fencing around the front lawn where the animals were going to be inside. Then I woke up. I also had dreams of, because Leonardo Joni's going to be on the show on June 3rd with Chrissy Mayer. And in this dream, I was having I was conducting an interview with her. Jay Dyer was in the interview because it had to be because last night I texted Jay to get his the article he wrote on the Prestige, because we're going to be talking about the Prestige during the movie The Prestige during film club tonight. So I got to get work. It's going to be good going to New England for a couple of days, although I'm almost out of this. My replacement bags of keto Brainz shows up tomorrow. So I'm going to have to steal some from my mother. And that's that. I just need to chill. Damn, man. Hell yeah. You're going to find me snorting this shit in an alleyway one day. You're going to find me snorting. Oh, get her. Frank, let it go. Anyway, where's the emulsion blender? No, I'm not overworked. I'm not overworked. I love what I do. But there's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of things right now that I don't have control over. Like the pace with which certain things are produced. Um, Other things going on with a car of mine that's in the shop since January. You know, there's just certain things I can't control, and like I'm waiting on a producer to get in touch with me that I've been waiting for 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks, on from the guy who is making the new intro music for the show. And not only do I want him to make new intro music for the show, but I want some other variations for outro music too, so we can start getting a little bit more royalty free. Because I'm getting destroyed by Spotify with all of the I. But when I get home at night, I got to I have to cut out the intro music, any transition music, and the outro music. So I'm in there cutting out everything that gives the show nice transitional atmosphere and character and all that stuff. So if you're listening to the show on podcast, you probably noticed the last few weeks, what the hell's going on? I'm jumping all over the place. Yeah, I have to make edits. So it's just time. But it's okay. Wherever we go together. You know what I mean? Oh, bellissima. Keto Brainz. I got the link in the description. And if you want to try some, get in touch with me. I still have some I can send you. Hello, Melbourne, Australia. Good to have you. Interesting about having to cut all that. Well, yeah, because it's the only place, Michael, that I have that issue. It's the only place I have that issue. Good morning, sunshine. Yes, it's over here in New York. Sunshine, cool. It'll be nice. Thank you, V. Leave me voicemails for Movie Club tonight. Please, I'd love to have some voicemails. It's so important. Um, it's a quality control thing, especially since Film Club is going to be public tonight. Good morning from Maine. I'll be in your backyard before you know it. And that's the other thing, ladies and gents. I'll announce it today, but I'll be updating from the road. Maybe we'll do some public streams from the road, but definitely updating pictures, video, all that other stuff onto the Patreon and the Subscribe Star. So become a sponsor. If you sponsor for $5, you get at least $200 worth of value back every month, plus all the stuff we send you when you sign up. And now, over the weekend, I just called my first two monthly sponsors. Remember I said that you're going to get a phone call from me when you sign up as a sponsor? I tested it over the weekend. It was actually a lot of fun. I can't wait to keep calling. I'm going to actually call you, not on the show, while you're gardening, like my friend was gardening when I called her up. Left a message for John, and I forgot who else I spoke to. That was a lot of fun. You're going to get called. All right, so tonight on the show, we've got Richard Gage. It's the first time I'm able to speak to Richard Gage, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be great because there's so many things I've wanted to ask him over the years, and I know that sometime maybe in the future, hopefully, I'd love to have Richard on. When I got in touch with him, I said, hey, I would love to book in advance to have you in for September. And he may or may not be in New York for September, but to be able to get this foundation with him is going to increase that likelihood that we can get him in September. But tonight we're going to cover everything. He's the founder and former member. I don't think he's not associated with them anymore. But Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, that was founded sometime around 2005, 2006. Been following it essentially since the beginning, and we're going to go from the beginning tonight. How we got involved with the investigation. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to start with Building 7. We're going to go to the towers. We're going to talk construction. We're going to talk thermite. We're going to talk lateral expulsions. We're going to talk witnesses. I don't know what it's going to do on YouTube, but I'm just going to be talking to an engineer, an architect. And if I have to delete it on YouTube afterwards, then whatever. At least you guys will be able to watch it there live. And I don't know. This is right up my alley, says Scott. Well, hey, if you have any questions for Richard, I was going to call him Richard Gere. If you have any questions, if I call him Richard Gere tonight on the show, that's going to be terrible. If you have any questions for Richard Gage and you want to leave a voicemail, do it now. The voicemail link is in the description of this stream, and just leave a voicemail. Leave a voicemail. Say, hey, Richard, this is so-and-so from so-and-so. I have a question about blah, blah, blah. And I'd love to work those in because he seems like he's going to give us at least an hour of his time tonight. So we'll start around 7:10, or at least I'll start introducing him at 7:10, bring him on, and then we'll be going, And then I can ask him about Richard Gere afterwards. Do you have any opinions on Richard Gere? What are your thoughts on the rumors? That's all I'll say. What are your thoughts on the rumors? So yes, send in your voicemails on that, and for Film Club, I have to go through them and set them aside. And then also email me if you want to try some Keto Brainz. I'm getting it out to you. Who farted? Of course, it's me. What about the gerbils? What about the Twinkie? So I was wondering if you two would allow that. I don't know. Let me see. Let me go on YouTube on my phone and see Richard Gage. Okay. A new investigation into 9/11 with Richard Gage. There is an hour-and-a-half episode he did with Project Unity 10 months ago, 19,000 views on that. I see he's got he did work with Valuetainment. He's with Patrick Bet-David. What's he talking about here? Hold on. Mayor Giuliani has fingers all over it. Founders, listen. I'm looking at the Patrick Bet-David podcast clips of the episode with Richard Gage, and if all of these are flying, why the hell can I talk to him? What would it take to make the Twin Towers come down? Richard Gage reveals who is behind 9/11. These are 2-year-old videos, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. If Patrick Bet-David can get away with it, why can't I? So, anyway. So if you guys have anything on that, you let me know. I'm not going to be on for much more than a couple more moments because I have to get this interview written. I have to get all of my notes down for the Prestige. I have to schedule all the broadcasts and have other things prepared today. Let's see. Off topic, but did you ever think of starting a dating service? Create some kind of quite frankly couples? If I didn't have such a terrible track record of being a matchmaker, but then again, I'm not personally doing the matchmaking. That wouldn't be bad. I brought a couple of couples together. One of them I brought together jokingly, and it actually stuck. It didn't work out too well, and I said I'm never doing that again because that kind of like screwed up it's kind of screwed up our ability to hang out as a group again. Uh, you know, you mix a family member with a friend, and you think it's going to be, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Oh, good. That'll be good. Oh, you get to see your friends on Christmas a little bit more if they get married. Nope. No. But with my not being involved, there have been wonderful couples that have gotten together because of this show. Wonderful couples. Rick and Tanya in Long Island, they were the first ones to get together and get married. That was years ago. I have their picture. Rob and Krista. There's a few, and there's a few more too. I'm forgetting their names. There's definitely a few more. If I can bring those couples on, I also would like to do like a night where people can call in with their quite frankly, we're not necessarily how you found a story. It has to be a story a little bit more interesting, or else people will call up like, "Well, I saw you on the suggested list. You were suggested to me by YouTube 12 years ago." Can't be that. I had to think of something. Maybe, quite frankly, love stories or something. Hello, Bree. What's going on? ENV. So happy for your upcoming getaway. Put the phone down, soak up nature. Oh, we will. We definitely will. Um, we will definitely soak it up. But along the way, we are going to be updating. There's going to be a lot more stuff that we're going to be doing from the road. When I get back from Lauren and I and Aurora, we'll be coming back on Saturday. But Sunday, I'll be going right back out with Anthony because he just did some work with Live Nation and they gave him really good seats at the Metallica concert in Philadelphia. And I think Pantera is opening up for them again. And that's going to be good. So as soon as I get back from New England, me and Anthony are going out on Sunday to go to Metallica. And I'll definitely be updating from the road there, streaming from the concert and shit. So there's going to be a lot more stuff that I hope to do on the road in person, and I'll be taking you guys with me. Um, all the big behind the scenes stuff is going to be on Patreon and Subscribestar, just based on the nature of those platforms. I know a lot of you subscribe through the website, but I can't send out an email every day. That'll just be obnoxious. But those platforms, I can upload media a lot easier. So it'll be great content, especially if I don't know what kind of access they're going to give Anthony when we're in Philly. He said that Live Nation told him that we've got great seats. I don't know if that means that we get to, if I get to shake James Hetfield's hand, if I get to throw an arm around Lars's shoulders and then ask him, "Do you need me to fill in? You need me to fill in for you tonight?" I'll do it. You just say the word, I'll fill in. I'll do creeping death, whatever you want me to do, I can fill in for you. Through the never, you got it. Credit card, you got it. So I'm not putting my hopes up that high. Not going to put my hopes up that high, but that would be something else. Getting called up to the big leagues, yeah. I always dreamed about that. Always dreamed about that, being able to fill in for, I don't know, like Battery or no, I'll leave that to Dave Lombardo. That was still one of the greatest things ever. One of the greatest things that ever happened to Lars Ulrich's drum set was when Lars had, I think he had like, I don't know, he had some kind of a mental break or so. I forget what it was, but he couldn't play at Download Festival or something. I forget when, 2006. And so all of these drummers came to fill in for him during the set. And I remember, there's footage like Joey Jordison playing Creeping Death, and Dave Lombardo went up there and filled in with Metallica on Battery, and that was so good. That was so good. It's nuts how on time he is, like a machine. It's Dave Lombardo. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? But Lars's drum set was probably like, I need a cigarette right now. What the hell just happened to me? Anyway, yeah, we'll be doing this from the road. Have sticks, we'll travel. Edward, stop being so sweet. It's a little weird there, Edward. Or are you talking to me or somebody else? If you're talking to somebody else, that's fine. Let's see. What's up, Ryan? Ryan Swayze. Steve Ellis. The word download triggered him. I can't play this festival. There's too much downloading going on in the world. Sounds like Biden. Jeez, you heard about the diagnosis? Did you see the Mexican sailboat accident in New York? Good Lord, man. I got that for tonight. I can fill some spaces in the second half. I got all types of angles of that one. Boat stuck in reverse. Napster memories. Napster. What about Kazaa? I spent a lot more time on Kazaa than Napster. Frank, are you going to have Jason Burmis on soon? He was on with me Friday, but I'm going to have him on more often. I want to have him on at least once every 4 or 6 weeks. Zager Zangum says, bro, please give me some advice. My life is cooked. Go ahead. Dear Frankly, ask me what's up. Let's see if we can help this guy. I'm not licensed, by the way, but go ahead. Let's see. This is the last thing we'll do. We'll try to put this guy's life back together, and then we'll call it a morning, because I have to put a lot of work together over here. Let's see. Wasn't he even against iTunes and digital downloads? I don't know, but he was. I don't know why he would. I didn't read that, but I don't know why he would be against iTunes, given that it always was a payment portal. I remember being able to go on. I mean, iTunes killed the need for an album, at least for a lot smaller productions. Bands like ours, I mean, it's just better to put things out there. It's just better to put things out there as singles. When iTunes came out and you can jump into an artist's album that they just spent the last 2 years, producing, and just pay 99 cents to, depending on who the artist is, $1.99 per track. I mean, I'm sure that pissed a lot of people off, as opposed to having to pay $17.99 for an album. Brooklyn asks, how do musicians make a living now? It's just got to be touring. It used to be touring. I don't know. To be honest, I can't tell you. You have to have a mix of digital, streaming, Spotify. Getting your stuff on the Spotify playlist is huge right now. It's huge right now. Just talking to Anthony about that too. Spotify is is a place where successful people who know how to, get their music around the internet are really supporting themselves. But yeah, yeah, merchandise is going to be it's going to be big. But then again, merchandise only sells if you're out there selling it. So you have to be in that bus, in that van for most of the year. And it sounds grueling. It's really a young man's job. So, what's good, Rusty? Good to see you. Hardest instrument, sitar or guitar? I don't know. I don't know. How does Tom McDonald do it? Well, you see, Tom McDonald is at a level where he's somebody like him is very monetized. I mean, it's easy for big acts to go out there and do their thing. First of all, if you have the social media network that Tom McDonald does, not only are you making money off of wherever you're uploaded and the streaming, you're making money off of Spotify, YouTube to a degree, but you can announce a tour, you can announce a small theater tour and sell it out. There's nothing like going on a tour and knowing that you're going to sell things out. There's a lot of smaller bands out there who are just jumping on, you know, jumping on festivals, opening up. It's smaller venues. Sometimes it's packed. Sometimes you get it, whatever. But Tom McDonald, I can imagine he'd be able to do stuff pretty well. So I would start looking at asking how people maybe two or three rungs beneath him are doing and how they're paying their bills. They definitely still have second jobs. Still beats a 9 to 5? Well, I guess so if that's where your heart is. And even if your heart is there, sometimes the grueling nature of just being out, and I haven't been on any kind of cross country tours or even anything that was even regional, like on the coast or anything like that. If I were in high school, college, it would have been great. Sleep in a van with your buddies for a couple of months, go to all types of venues, cause some havoc, be on your own, all that stuff. But once you get to your 30s, ah, I mean, things change. You want a little bit more stability, and you never stop loving music, but it's I don't know. The stability of the 9 to 5 actually starts looking a little bit more. Um, it starts looking a little bit more attractive. Not because of what any one 9 to 5 would provide you, but if you can have a 9 to 5 music related job, maybe that's it. Supreme, Frankie, my boy, my brother, how are you doing? I'm all right. I'm all right, Josh. Good to see you. You don't know what it's like to sleep in a van down by the river. No, but I thought about it often. Okay, well, that's it. We had a half hour together. This is our coffee meeting brought to you by you guys and gals at home, by my deflating bag of Keto Brainz. If you guys want some of this, get in touch with me. I'm telling you, I'm still sending out samples to people. I have a little bit. I allot myself some money every month that I can use to send samples to people because I know you're gonna love it. And Keto Brains does such a wonderful job supporting the show, and I love their product and I love their friendship. So fantastic. Also, you know what? When Molly from Keto Brains was on with me and Jay 2 Fridays ago. She went out. I think you guys would really like this. She went out and she made a blog post that went deeper into the ADHD, the Alzheimer's, and a few other things that we talked about. And she packed it with sources and citations and all that stuff. And at the bottom of it, and this is something we will probably add into an upcoming edition of the Quite Frankly Bulletin, but she put the recipe for her so-called happy drink in there. So, happy drink. Anyway, I'm going to go finish my happy drink and do the show for 7 o'clock, get my notes for Film Club, leave me some voicemails for both of them. Leave me some voicemails for both. I think Richard Gage will really get a kick out of answering some questions you guys have through voicemail, and then that'll be nice. The carpet crawlers, heed their callers. What, like flocks? Like flocks? Like carpet crawling flowers? Public Film Club tonight. You guys still have a chance. If any of you took the day off or whatever the hell it is, watch The Prestige. And then watch it tonight. It's that. L-theanine. Yep, the L-theanine's in this. There's your nature's Adderall. And you guys are the best. Thank you so much. And I know after tonight we're going to have a little bit of time off because I'll be away with Lauren and Aurora. But I'll be updating from the road. Patreon Subscribe Star, you guys will get a lot of behind-the-scenes access. You'll see stuff from the parks and, I don't know, Scott Adams news? No, I did not see it. Steve, email it to me. I don't know how much I can fit into the 7 o'clock show tonight, but I want to fit in a little bit more than just the episode, just the thing with Richard. So, and everybody out there in the Midwest, be careful, man. What was this? Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. This from my friends out there who pay attention to this. Watch the weather reports like your life depends on it. Watch the weather reports like your life depends on it, my friends, because I'm hearing that there is some massive tornado issues. That's some people have been. Harold Finch told me that some of the conditions out there have made it possible that another Joplin can happen, another Joplin tornado. So, if you're out there, please pay attention. Please pay attention to that, and I'll talk to you all. I'll talk to you all in a little bit. In the meantime, you can chat with us on Discord. We'll be there. All those links are in the description, and be good. All right. Take care. Oh, you saw the birthday balloon. Sorry. That's not mine. That's Lauren's. Okay. My birthday balloon actually probably would have stayed. It was somewhere over there. It was a ball. And we finally said we got to take this thing out of here. But Lauren's birthday balloon is fine. That's April 29th. So, but that's not going anywhere. That'll be there for weeks unless we destroy it. And it'll eventually have to be destroyed. Okay.